Panthers, Diablos. The rain is coming down and should continue to do so as we head towards kickoff.
Phil, as a quarterback, these conditions, the rain, how much will it affect the play here?
You don't mind rain, Jim. You can throw and catch in the rain. But when it's raining this hard, there is nothing you can do to these footballs. They are going to be hard to handle, heavy, slick. There's going to be some turnovers.
And the tackle is made at the 41.
That return's good for about 35. The Diablos load up the box, going with the 46 defense. Two hands on the football and has the catch. Coming to the line at the 49. 1st and 10. Looking long to Julio Jones.
Nothing like a receiver who can just put his head down and go after the football. That's what he did that time. Nice throw by the quarterback. Watch the receiver at the last second, looks up and makes the catch.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. In his hands, complete, touchdown. And Phil, what a way to make a statement by scoring so early in this game.
You know, Jim, I love making statements, and that's what this team did. They went out there and told the opposition, we are better, we're tougher, and take that.
The 30-yard line after that return. The Diablos line up, split backfield. The Diablos will take the snap from the 30. Catch made. With that, let's take a look at the Diablos offense. A model of efficiency a week ago without a single giveaway.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Finds his mark. He's in the clear. And in for the touchdown. Well, they weren't staring at a deficit for very long. That touchdown ties things up here early in the first.
Yeah, here we go. Hold on to your seat there, big guy. This is going to be exciting. That touchdown, that was fun to watch, and we have a tie game. And, hey, starting over, this is going to be awesome.
Picks up the football at the 6. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Newton's lining up in the pistol. First down at the 24. It was right there, but he didn't bring it in. And now we'll look at the Panthers offense, hoping to crank out some yardage on the ground today. So far on the season, they've been only middle of the pack. Second down here. Jones has got it on a pass that had some heat. First down, offense readying for the snap. The Panthers come to the line of scrimmage And empty out the backfield. Everyone split out wide. And they can't connect. And now here's the Diablos defense. They've had a hard time all season stopping the run. Second and 10. The reception by Julio Jones.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
The Panthers get a first down.
When you play this cover 3 defense, just kind of sit back there and try not to give up the big plays. That is great. The problem is you give up all these short plays. How about that throw by the quarterback on that slant pattern that time?
The ball is spotted at the 49.
First down here after the completion. Newton, handoff. Nowhere to go as this will be a loss of 3.
The Panthers running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Loss of 3 on the play. The Panthers come to the line with an empty backfield. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, Newton. Oh, and almost picked off that time. This defense is ready to pounce here early in this game as a 3rd and long play is coming up.
They sure are. There's no doubt about that. They got themselves in a good situation here. If I'm the quarterback now, 3rd and long, I would be very cautious and conservative.
Cam Newton takes it from the shotgun. Intercepted. And brings the play to an end. How big was that interception early in the game, Phil?
Well, it's big for the defense, and it's bad for the quarterback. Anytime you throw an interception somewhere in the first half of a game, it really can play on the mind of the quarterback.
The Panthers lined up in the nickel.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
What a catch. One-handed.
Well, if I was a quarterback, I would throw it to this guy every single time. When you make a catch like that, as a quarterback, you must have great confidence in him.
The Diablos come to the line with a bunch set. And incomplete. What a hit that time. And with that, let's look at the Panthers' defensive lineup. We're talking about one of the best defensive units this year against the run. Second down coming up.
Let's go.
Safarian Jenkins makes the grab. The lead is theirs now after that trip to the end zone. That gives them some momentum here at the start, Phil.
Yeah, listen, halfway through the first quarter, you score that touchdown. Now you're leading in the game. Boy, that's a great place to be. And also, I know it's early, but it puts the pressure on the opposition right away.
Fields the football at the 3. Going to be taken down at about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. The Panthers just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches. Look, you make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
And now they'll try over again on second down. The corners retreating. Newton in shotgun formation. Finds his mark, and that's a gain of 10.
Good route that time by the receiver on the out route. Nice throw by the quarterback. This is what they call a timing route. Well, they were right on time. When linebackers move around like this, you know what it means? Nothing. Confuses no one.
Makes the reception. Here's the first snap after the big play. Newton's back in shotgun formation. And it's incomplete. Just couldn't hold on to it after the hit.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
The football sits at the 34.
Newton has everybody split out wide for this snap.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals. Well, with his third and long early in the game, as a quarterback, as an offense, you just be very careful in this situation and just try not to make a big mistake.
The Panthers have it at the 34. Catch made.
You just can't sit back there and play conservative defense in the NFL. The quarterbacks and receivers are too good. You play safe and you give up the first down.
Newton's going to take it from the gun. Has his man. And that's a gain of 9.
The Panthers coaching staff, they have been smart today. They are keeping everybody off balance, even me. I thought for sure they would run the football, but no, they come out on first down, they throw it, they pick up solid yards. Good job by them.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. Second down and 1. That's a gain of 7.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you deceive the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
The Diablos defense now is going to go nickel.
No margin for error from just outside the goal line. And it's swatted away.
Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
Second and goal from the 7. Brings it in. In the end, it picks up only a yard.
Can the defense come up big in a situation like this? You got a 7-point lead. I think you need to be aggressive. Attack this offense.
That is play number 10 on this drive.
Now he's going to change the play and look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Has it. Touchdown.
They've tied the game as this first quarter is winding down. I'm sure they're thrilled not to have to start the second quarter facing a stiff uphill climb.
Oh, absolutely. You got to be thrilled to be tied at this spot right now. The defense has been a little shaky here early in this football game, but the offense, great job of bouncing back and getting TD.
That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
The Diablos offense looks unstoppable. Touchdown drives the last 2 times they've had it. Here they go again, Phil.
Yeah, they've been very good, Jim. They're taking advantage of situations and scoring touchdowns, and we know that's what you must do. If you don't get these touchdowns, what happens later in the game, it always comes back to bite you.
Catches the ball on the sideline, but does not get both feet down.
It's now second down.
The Diablos come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation.
He'll throw it over the middle. Intercepted.
Late in the first, and it looks like the offense now has a great opportunity to break the tie.
Yeah, now it's time to go out there and get something done. My gosh, you practiced all week. You know, I kept hearing from the coaches, and so did you, Jim, how good they looked in practice on the offensive side. Well, show it to me.
Really good field position here to start this drive.
The defensive line saw something the offense is doing. Look at them all shifting to the right.
Has it. right on the sideline, inbounds.
Well, if you want to exploit cover three, then you better be ready to throw the football to the sidelines. Well, my man is not afraid, and that was a good throw. Well, this early in the game, to watch the opposing offense march down the field and get inside the 20, this keeps the defense, they might be shaking a little, but if they stop them here to a field goal try or worse, that'll get their confidence back.
Second down. The Panthers at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. Has his target. And that'll gain just a few yards.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's third and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
Cam Newton will take the snap out of the gun. Third and goal from the 7. Throws the pass. Middle of the field and incomplete this time.
Well, when there's man-to-man coverage on the defensive side, and the defense does a job like this where they are covering those receivers, there is nothing the quarterback can do except that, throw another incomplete pass. Well, Jim, that field goal puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the offense, and what it does, it just gives you confidence. You did some positive things on the field, and it should carry over for you for the rest of the game.
No return here as he takes a knee in the end zone. The Diablos looking to add a few more points onto their early total as they retake the field here. At this rate, this is going to be a lot of scoring in this game when it's all said and done.
Well, yeah, I think it's been exciting. It's who knows what's going to happen, but you've got to stay impressive. Everything is on your
pass is intercepted.
Linebackers nowadays are so talented. They can just do everything. They're strong enough to stop the run, but how about this interception? Good job, good reading of the quarterback, and a nice catch.
What a nice spot to begin this drive. The Panthers at the line of scrimmage, split backfield. The Panthers will take the snap from the 35. Wide to the left. They bring him down at the 29-yard line.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Now inside the 30 at the 29.
Look at those linebackers shifting around, trying to confuse the quarterback.
Oh, this kid can put up the highlights. Beckham again with the catch.
When you get third and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
The Panthers have driven inside the red zone, and last week they were so effective inside the 20. So first and goal to go. Go run it off the toss. He's in for the touchdown, but hold on a minute. There's a flag down. There's a flag away from the football. Set up now at the 12-yard line.
Look out here. They're going to blitz. They're all packing the line of scrimmage.
First and goal. The give. Foster's the one who brings him to the ground.
The Panthers, they can do it all. Once they get in the red zone, they have the passes, the screens. They can throw it down to the back of the end zone. And how about that play? They can run the football right at you if they want to. And that time they picked up some good yards on that run.
Second and goal from the 6. Touchdown, Carolina Panthers. He's caught his 7th touchdown pass of the season. The Panthers with an extra point try on the way. Inside of the uprights. The Panthers getting ready to kick it away. open from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19.
The Diablos are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck. That's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You got to go out there and be much better.
First down at the 19. Makes the catch in the open field. Now 1st and 10. They run the counter play. And a flag comes out. That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. The Panthers come out in a dime package. The Diablos snap it at the 31. And this is dropped.
It's really simple. Keep your eyes on the football. When they're not on it, that's when you drop it, and that's what happened that time.
Press coverage all the way. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. The Diablos snap it at the 31. Should have had it, but the hit knocked it out.
Well, the most common thing that most offensive coordinators do in the NFL on 3rd and long situations, they're going to call a play where they probably don't think they're going to pick up the 1st down, but they're looking for field position.
Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
The Diablos snap it at the 31. Going deep. On target. That's his first reception today.
Well, it's a big game by the offense, and that's what this league is about. We talk about so many things. Oh, play good defense, don't turn it over, but it's about big plays. You got to take chances down the field. The quarterback was willing to do it that time, and he made it happen.
Handoff. Up the gut here. And a gain of 4.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Coming up, 2nd down.
Look at that. Everybody at the line of scrimmage, the defense showing a blitz.
Dropping back now into the shotgun. Allen's got it on a pass, had some heat on it.
Well, the quarterback has such great confidence in the receiver, and why not? He's talented, and every time the football's thrown his way, he finds a way to make the catch.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Jams it across the goal line for the touchdown.
Midway through the 2nd quarter, and how about it, Phil? These guys just have a knack for hanging around.
Yeah, they just won't go away, will they? That score, what it did, it just changed everything about this game. Here we are midway to 2nd quarter. Now it's up to the defense. Go out there and get a stop, and boy, it's hard to believe it, but you could have the lead going into halftime.
Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23.
The Panthers coming back onto the field on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it.
Listen, momentum is on their side. When you have that going for you, keep the defense guessing at what you're going to do. So I think it's very important to stay aggressive in this situation.
The Panthers all bunched up here as they get set at the line. And it's batted down.
Nice job that time by the defensive player. He is all over the receiver in this man-to-man coverage, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football.
Second down following that incompletion. Newton's lined up, empty backfield. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. And intercepted. Tackles made.
Well, Bill, we were wondering if one of the defenses would show up, and here they are with the pick.
Yeah, listen, we got us a quarterback over there on the other side, Jim. He likes to throw those interceptions, so you just got to hang in there, and you know, sooner or later, he's going to make a big mistake.
The Diablos snap it at the 31.
Good job of the defensive line standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
Get ready. Red 38.
The Diablos snap it at the 31. And this will end up as a 2-yard loss.
Well, but it's third long. I'll just say this, be very careful on the offensive side.
This is third down. The Diablos will look to get to the 21 to extend the drive and pick up a first.
The ball is jarred loose.
Lining up here, looking to tie the game on this field goal try. The field goal attempt is good. It's good. That field goal has the game back to even midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, the score's tied, and look, I think both sides are probably disappointed that they're tied with the other team because they've had opportunities, they haven't taken advantage of them, and that's why we are sitting here midway in the second quarter with the tie game.
The Panthers offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. Look at the defensive linemen talking. They're all now shifting to the left.
The Panthers have it at the 24. On the money. That's a gain of 10. The Panthers are tied up right now, and part of what's been working for them is the passing game. Newton's really been stepping up so far.
The passing game is keeping them in the game. There's no doubt about it. And listen, the league has changed so many rules to help the receivers and the quarterback, and these guys are taking advantage of it.
Almost intercepted. Failing to complete that one, so second down here. From the gun, Newton. Stands in the pocket. Launching it deep. With the contact, the ball comes out.
So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. Corners formation here for the defense. The Panthers now move the chains. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Scanning the field. And now Newton's going to take off. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Well, we just don't talk about it enough. He is so good, has such quick feet, and then when he gets outside, if you make him run, he will. And a good job there picking up some extra yards.
First and 10. They'll run it here. Picks up about 2. This game might be tied, but that's with no rushing attack to this point. They have to be optimistic that that's going to turn around, and that could lead them to victory the rest of the way.
Jim, sometimes running backs are just like quarterbacks. They got to get confident. So how do you get a quarterback confident? Give him plays that'll work so he feels better about himself. And the same is about a running back. Give him more carries, and sooner or later, he will get it going.
The Panthers take it from the 38. Over the middle, and incomplete that time.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time, he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Newton has everybody split out wide for this snap. Tight end in motion. 3rd down and 8. The Panthers get a first down.
Good job that time by the ball carrier, picking up what he can, and he is very smart. Gets out of bounds and stop the clock.
They come to the line of scrimmage. 1st down. Scans the field, and it's knocked down.
Well, the quarterback had all day long that time, and he just couldn't make the throw, so we got a little incompletion there.
Coming to the line at the 27.
Takes it from the gun. Beckham is going to pull in the bullet pass.
Defense calls a timeout.
The long drive continues.
1st and goal.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
The offense is so close right here. They just need to show a little power and punch this in the end zone and get that touchdown.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
2nd and goal to go from over the line.
Touchdown. And as we near the half, the lead now is theirs thanks to that touchdown.
Yeah, you know, look at that. Just think about how much that changes the mentality of both teams. One now all psyched up and emotionally feeling great. And the defensive side, oh my gosh, they are down and have to be disappointed about how they played on that drive.
They're setting up the return. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Diablos really have this offense cranking, Phil. They've scored on their last 2 series.
You know, what we see now in the NFL, so many different ways to move an offense. Screens, run plays, power plays, trick plays. Right now, everything working on the offensive side.
And he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line.
Always good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Almost made the catch, but the collision jarred it loose.
Allen's really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
And that's going to be a 3 and out.
The Diablos know to win in the NFL, you got to pick up 3rd downs. It doesn't matter how you do it. 3rd and short, they go with the pass. Not executed very well. Now it's 4th down.
Looking to make a difference. And they bring him down at the 38-yard line.
The Panthers know there's 3 parts to every football game. Offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
Double tight end formation. The Panthers take it from the 38. Easy catch there. No one near him. The Panthers signal for a timeout. They have 2 remaining. First down here. screen. He's got the catch. And he is tackled down at the 38-yard line.
Offense going to stop the game here with a timeout. That was a nice reception, but not enough for the first down. Second down coming up. And here's the throw. Cam Newton throws it down the field.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
This will be a field goal drive for good no. No good. No good. A good first half of action here, and soon we'll be sending you to Orlando and to our host, Larry Ridley. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The second half is officially underway. Tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line.
The Diablos offense comes back onto the field. Let's see if they can move the chains this time, because the last possession was ugly. They weren't out there very long.
Jim, you know how I think in situations like this, I think it's more up to the coach than the players. Call a play that really catches the defense off guard so you can get an easy gain and get the momentum on your side and get it rolling. The Diablos did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and, you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
Playing press coverage to the outside.
The Panthers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
It's intercepted. No return. The ball's coming out to the 20.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
The Panthers come out to open up the second half, and they were hitting on all cylinders in the first half, Phil.
Yeah, be smart here in the second half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking, and once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking some chances.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8.
Newton lines up in the pistol.
Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
That's what you want to do. Get a first down while you're on top and keep that clock moving and just controlling the football game. Good job by the offense managing things so far here today. When you see linebackers like this shifting, they're trying to confuse the quarterback.
Second down coming up. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. Heaving it down the field. The incompletion. 3rd and 4 coming up.
The Panthers will look to get to the 45 to pick up a first down. Newton's got it in the gun. And incomplete. Didn't get his feet down.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
Steps out of bounds.
The Diablos have to still be thinking about that last possession. They were actually moving down the field, and then, of course, the untimely interception ended things.
Yeah, the defense, look, they got good players, and, you know, you give them enough chances, they're finally going to make the play. You have to be careful with the football. The offense was not, and that's why it resulted in an interception.
What do you think they're talking about in that huddle after that drive-killing interception?
Well, they're probably telling the quarterback, if you do that again, we're going to kick you out. I don't know, but they got to play better.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Has Allen. That's reception number 4 for him.
The Diablos, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that first down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve your team well.
Second down following the run. The Panthers with a nickel look here on defense. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Surveys. The Diablos now move the chains.
All the quarterbacks in the NFL, they'd all be great if they had all day to throw like this. When you give an average quarterback this kind of time, he turns into a great quarterback.
Coming to the line at the 40-yard line.
First down here after the completion. The Diablos come out in the pistol. Reaches out and snatches it. He's taken down at the 30.
The Diablos coaching staff has done a good job of mixing things up today on first down. The pass catches the defense off guard. They pick up solid yards. Now it's second and short.
The Panthers at the line. Dime package. The Diablos will take the snap from the 30. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
The Diablos look pretty confident out there on the field, don't they? And they're very calm, and they should be. That first down, they're right in this game. Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
The Diablos are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. First down and 10. Looking to go down the field here, and they can't connect.
In the NFL, you got to throw the football deep down the field, but the quarterback he overthrows it.
Midway into the third. And now here's the handoff. And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one.
In a situation like this, third long, if you're the defense, catch them by surprise and blitz.
They come to the line of scrimmage at the 29.
Jim, I think this is a blitz. Look how close everybody is to the line of scrimmage.
The Diablos lined up, bunch formation. He'll take the snap from the gun. Gets it out for the completion. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a fourth down.
They had to get back within range before this game got much later, and they have done just that with this field goal midway through the third quarter.
Yeah, that's the positive, that they got back in the game. It's close, everything here in the third quarter. But you know what? You got to worry about it. You think, hey, we had an opportunity. Did we squander 7 points right there? Will that cost us a game? Well, we're going to find out.
The Panthers didn't get much out of that last drive, so now here they come again on offense. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit more of an urgency to the offense this time.
Well, I'll just say this to you, Jim Nance. I sure hope so. After that last drive, that was just too generic, wasn't very well thought out, and they got to change what they're doing on the offensive side.
Got to give that defense a little credit, though, don't you?
Well, yeah, the defense did its job, but man, that was pretty easy.
This will be second down. looking at every option. And it's over to Gronkowski with the catch.
The Panthers are really a true football team. Their defense, we know it's good. They don't want to just rely on it. The offense, nice job picking up that first down. Eat the clock up. Keep the pace of the game on your side. Small lead here in the second half. That was a good job.
What a hit, and the ball falls incomplete.
Beckham's one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
Defense respecting the deep ball, playing way off the receivers. And he's going to be tackled right around the 37. The Panthers are in front thanks to their quarterback. Newton's done everything he can to keep his team on top.
He has been so efficient here today. Very smart making decisions. And when you put those two things together, that's why your football team is winning.
The Panthers from the 37 has his man. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line.
There's no doubt time of possession can be an overrated stat in games many times. But one thing you want to do, throw and catch it just like this to pick up those first downs and keep it going.
1st and 10. And a flag comes out. He's in for the touchdown, but there is a flag down. And with the fourth quarter fast approaching, that touchdown puts them in front.
And what they did with that touchdown, they just put all the pressure on the opponents. The offense are going to feel that pressure when they go out there. Let's see if they can handle it.
The Diablos with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime.
Defense is crowding the line of scrimmage. They're trying to confuse the quarterback.
Second down coming up. They're setting up screen. Picks up about 5.
When it's 3rd and long on the offensive side, you have very few choices on how to pick up a first down. Call one of them and see if you get lucky and see if it works.
It'll be 3rd down. Newton's got no one behind him. Just the quarterback waiting for the snap.
Look out. They're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
They're going to get him here for a sack.
They got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on 3rd down. And they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
Welcome back. We're about to get back underway here in this one. The Panthers face 4th down, but want to take a timeout before they snap the football. And now, getting set for a 56-yard field goal. The kick, it's through there. The kick is good.
This guy's a threat anytime you cross midfield. Really, he can kick it from 60 yards. Great leg strength. What a weapon to have on your side.
And no return this time as he takes a knee. The Diablos offense takes the field after putting together a nice drive on their last possession. They were finally stopped short of the end zone and had to settle for the field goal.
Yeah, they had to settle, but they did a lot of good stuff. And I know on the defensive side, they had them reeling. And now you got to go out there and take advantage of the fact.
Going to take it the distance. Going to take it home for the touchdown. They got the points they were looking for, and they got them right away here in the 4th we're all tied up.
Yeah, you know, when it gets in the fourth quarter of football games, players do start to look at that clock. They look at the score, and they think about winning and losing. And when you do that, that usually picks up the pace of play.
He'll have a chance to take off.
Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Panthers stepping back onto the field to get this next drive underway. Their previous possession was a field goal.
Yeah, I think they feel good about that field goal. They made some good plays, and they got down there, and they moved the football, and they got in position where they could kick the field goal. Now you take the knowledge that you gained from that last drive, use it, and try to go down there now and score a touchdown.
They've got to be wondering, though, can they finish off a drive today?
Second and short following the run. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. He's brought down at the 30-yard line.
That's a good job by the defense, just playing the situation. Second and short, they know they have a conservative coach on the other side. They played for the run, and they stopped it short of the first down.
Cam Newton takes a look now from under center. They'll go ground. Got a big lane. This offense can't be stopped on third down no matter the distance.
Well, one of the hardest things to do, and I think in the NFL now, is third and short is run the football and pick up yards. That time, nice job by the offensive line. They showed their power, and they picked up the first down. They're trying to confuse the offense here. Look at everybody crowd the line of scrimmage.
No bump coverage here. Corners backing up. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Third down and 2. Jones got the catch and the first.
The line of scrimmage is at the 40.
Now first and 10. They'll go ground. And there's only 2 yards to be found right there.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go. And they stopped him for a short gain.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Back to the ground. Trying to fight through right up the middle of the field. This will be the 8th play of this drive. The Diablos lined up in the nickel.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Third and 7. Beckham's got it. First down. The Panthers come out in a bunch set. First and 10. Reaches out and grabs it. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
The Panthers rely on their passing game to lead them, and today it has.
Newton's really been locked in today.
Their passing game has absolutely kept them in this football game. That's why they're tied, and at this point, they have to hope the quarterback is going to lead them to victory.
marching down the field and taking their time. Second down and 4. The play is made by Beckham. They complete the pass, but still not enough for the first. Third down coming up. To the ground. That's been the story of this game. Another third down conversion to move the chains. Two minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mounting a serious drive. First down and 10. Gets it again. And that's a 2-yard gain. And the defense will use one of its timeouts right here. Newton standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Had it, but dropped it.
Sometimes when you have a player with this kind of talent, you're willing to put up with a few drop passes because when he catches it, he has a chance of going all the way.
Play after play after play here on this drive.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Cam Newton takes it from the shotgun.
Stands in the pocket. Pass ball's incomplete. Gronkowski was the intended target. Chip shot here. And he puts it through for 3.
They were thinking touchdown that entire drive, but in the end, they have to go field goal. They convert here in the closing stages.
Well, I'm sure they would have loved to kick that field goal as time expired, but that's not the case. Good job of moving the football down the field, getting that field goal to put them ahead, and now the defense, go out there and do your job.
The Diablos will be trying to make it 3 successful drives in a row as they retake the field here on offense, partner.
They got a great feeling from the offense so far. In other words, they're confident, they feel good, so you need to keep calling plays that keeps the offensive players in a positive frame of mind. You do that, hey, I wouldn't be surprised to see them march down here and score again.
First down at the 26. Looking across the middle. Brought down at the 47-yard line.
The Diablos just picked up a big first down that time, Jim. When you're down in the second half, every first down is crucial. Nice job that time by the offense.
Now on first down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. Down the field. Nice catch.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
The Diablos come to the line, fourth quarter, with 2 timeouts remaining.
First down following the long play.
The give this time to the fullback. Every play is huge now. Second down on the way.
Managing that clock, such a big deal in the NFL. That's why they're hurrying up. Don't use that timeout. Keep those timeouts because that is going to maybe give you a chance to win the game.
Third down coming up. Needing a first at this point.
Let's go.
Here's the handoff. Power surge. Touchdown.
That's what you want to do. When you're behind late in the game, you get the football. You want to drive down the field, eat up the time off the clock, and score the touchdown to put you ahead. What a job by the offense.
The Panthers are prepared to return the kickoff.
Takes off from the 5. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return.
The Panthers offense takes the field, and they are absolutely in desperate need of a big-time drive here to put points on the board.
The one thing we do know, since you are behind, the defense most likely is going to be very conservative the first couple calls. So make sure you have play calls to take advantage of the fact that they're going to be very conservative on the defensive side.
Quarters formation here for the defense.
He'll throw it over the middle. Had it, but the hit knocks the ball out.
Jones is really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
Second down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way. The Panthers will take the snap from the 30.
The catch is made by Julio Jones.
The Panthers decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only one.
First down coming up. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. He's hit as he throws it.
An incomplete pass there, and we're looking at probably one last play here in regulation.
Well, everybody thinks, but maybe there's one last play that's going to be one of those long passes down the field, a Hail Mary. But the teams nowadays, they have so many options. They have hook and laterals. They have pick plays. They got everything. So it's going to be interesting to see which play they run.
The Panthers with probably their final chance coming up.
Prevent defense time.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Wants to go deep.
And it's going to fall incomplete. Their comeback effort comes up short.
This win, Phil, how much will it mean?
Well, Jim, it means a lot. It's another victory, one step closer to the playoffs. Big stuff.